We have seen our next guest in so many amazing projects, including Office Space, one of my favorites, Boardwalk Empire, another one.
So good.
He's won rave reviews for his moving performance on A Million Little Things. Please welcome the multi-talented Ron Livingston. Welcome.
Hello.
You're a busy man.
Thank you.
Keep working for sure. We got lots of things to talk about. We got a million little things to talk about in a second here. But first, there's a lot of Sex and the City fans here at home and family, and we got to talk about Berger a little bit here for sure. Vanity Fair dubbed Berger as one of Carrie's worst boyfriends ever. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Well done.
Shoot a lot of them too. So,
yeah, exactly.
a lot. Yeah.
Do you think that's a fair assessment?
I mean, it's nice to be remembered. I think the thing about Berger was it's like he was so disappointing because it was they did such a great job with the mislead of like, oh, this is gonna be the perfect guy, and then he just wasn't.
Yeah, why though?
I mean, I think probably a lot of people out there related to that.
But he always got there right to the end, and you're like, Berger!
Yeah, I have a feeling that one of the women in the writer's room probably had that experience, because it was just written so well. You know?
People at home, I'm sure some people.
Yeah, it resonated. Yeah, people like yeah, it's hard to like Berger. I'm sorry.
It's tough. It's tough, and it was fun to me because when you first met him, he had just broken up. You know, he was still actually in his thing. They weren't broken up yet, and that was always kind of a red flag to me. It's like,
I mean, you broke up with Carrie on a Post-it note, Berger.
Yeah.
Not you, but
no, it's just
your character.
Although, you know, what I've been saying is that, like, nowadays, at least people break up by text. So Post-it note was at least a handwritten.
Right.
Yeah, you took some time to write. It took longer than text.
Personally delivered.
You know, voice to text is even faster. But anyway,
Listen, I'm sure you still encounter Berger fans or fans-ish all over the place. As a matter of fact, you encountered a Berger fanish at a Lakers game, and I bet now this is probably one of your most cherished moments.
Yeah, it was. It's hard to know how to feel about it at the moment, but it was the only time I ever met Kobe Bryant was I had through a fluke I was sitting courtside with my agents because somebody else didn't want to go, and there was an inbound where Kobe kind of stopped and looked at me, and for about 3 seconds, I was like, Berger? And the whistle blew, and he was gone, and it was just, that's the moment I decided that I don't understand the demographic of who watches what, ever, because I wouldn't have pinned him as a Sex in the City.
I'm sure he was watching with his wife, Vanessa.
That's a very cool story. I appreciate you sharing that for sure. Let's talk A Million Little Things. Your character, John, he's listed as a guest star, or you are listed as a guest star playing John, and it's for good reason because John obviously is pretty unique from the other characters in this. Tell us exactly why and how John fits in.
Well, it's the only script I ever got where the character passes away in the cold open.
Oh wow!
So of the
cold open is the very beginning of the series.
Yeah, exactly. The first 30 seconds of the very first episode, and so really the character it's really about kind of his legacy, and how all the group deals with that. It's a really unique role to play because it's one where I feel like the ensemble, they play the character at least as much as I do. Like I come in and you see glimpses of him, but most of what you find out about him is through them talking about him.
So you come back in dream sequences or in flashbacks? How does that work?
Yeah, it's season 1 was a lot more flashbacks. This the upcoming episode on the 12th is it's titled Dreams, so I don't think it's giving it away too much that there's some dreams in it.
So what brings John back this season?
It's the 1-year anniversary of his death, and so the group has kind of been going through a healthy grieving process and moving on to other things, but the anniversaries are what they are, and it's an opportunity in the story for everybody to kind of have some visitations and reflect.
I'll tell you what, everyone is talking about how great this series is.
It's getting a big buzz for sure.
Congratulations
on that, man.
Thank you.
So many different things, but before we let you go, we got to mention your amazing wife, Rosemary DeWitt, who's also a very talented actress. We've seen her in United States of Tara. We've seen her in La La Land and so many other things as well. Celebrated 10 years of marriage last November. Congratulations.
Look at her.
That counts as 70 years. We say it all the time in
Dog
the
years.
entertainment business.
Oh,
you know,
yeah, it's
at
right.
least-
Yeah.
How'd you celebrate?
Staycation.
Oh,
Staycation.
okay.
About a mile from the house, which it's fantastic because it was like 5 hours I didn't have to listen to Kids Bop. You know, so
There you go,
I'll
man.
take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, being both in the business, I'm sure you guys have had to go through some transformations for different characters. We saw some photos of you, bald, and we also have a photo of you with quite the sideburns.
Yeah.
And we wondered how, how does she deal with it? How does she enjoy that?
Yeah. She was very she was game with that. That's from a movie a bunch of years ago called Shangri-La Suite where I got to play Elvis.
Oh, how fun.
Super fun.
And probably a lot of pressure.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was scary. It was.
I get the Elvis kind of energy, like just the swag,
Yeah, I
the way
can
you talk,
tell.
the whole. I mean, I could see that for sure. You did a good job.
There was a lot of range involved to get from me to Elvis. But yeah, she put up with the sideburns. She put up with the voice. She put up with the singing around the house all day long.
Oh,
so.
you fell into character the whole time? You talked down like this whole time?
I was too scared to come out of it because I thought if I come out of it, I'm not gonna have the, I can't get back into it.
Wow,
You
that's
won't find it
impressive.
again. That's cool. I love those. They became very popular like a few years ago.
You think I can pull them off? You think I
Chops
could
come out.
come in next week?
Big
They come
time.
out.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh,
What are
won't
they
take
called?
me long
Lamb
to grow,
chops?
that's for
What are they
sure.
called?
Mutton chops.
Mutton.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
same idea.
Lamb is mutton.
That's exactly
right?
right.
It grows up to be mutton.
Right.
Ron, thank you so
That
much
is
for
too
being here,
funny.
buddy. And
Thank
congrats on everything for sure. Be sure to catch Ron next week on A Million Little Things, everybody.